Alright guys, we're going to transition for just a few minutes from your theories to just like a whole group share of you thinking about what you learned from the theory that applied to your practice. Can you guys, you wrote about it. Anybody got some whole group ideas to share? What theories were you already utilizing? You just didn't know maybe what they were called?
Reciprocity. Yeah, the reciprocity. Yeah, station, the QR station 3.
So the reciprocity, the Marie Clay, how reading and writing are together?
I love how she said both, children need to be both author and audience, and we do that through our quick writes every day. They have a chance to be the author and also be the audience listening. And they have to learn how to be a good audience. I think you have to teach them how to listen to what people are saying, actually, not just pretending that they're listening.
Somebody else?
I think that connects too with the reading and writing, learning how to be a writer from reading and how they connect to one another, modeling your writing with books.
I think so too. All right. Anybody felt like the theory supported a practice? Thinking about something you already do and you thought, yes, there's research behind that. Maybe the Camborne or the Holiday article that supported what you were already doing.
I was in a meeting that ended up being pretty much the same kind of like a genre study, like Katie Wood Ray, and any of that. It sounds like it would be supported.
Yeah, the reading like a writer, being able to have a mentor text to study before you write it, definitely is supported by Clay's theory.
I think engagement is like that. I think that was the first one that talked about that students have to be engaged in order for it to be something that's beneficial for them. So letting them choose their books allows them to be engaged, which is what we do. So.
And the immersion, how there's some stages of those things that have to be embedded in our literacy teaching, those conditions for it to be effective.
It sounds like small group work fosters a lot of language development, all the different types.
I agree with you. Tell me why you think that, because I agree with you.
Well, I mean, like giving help to their peers and directions to their peers would foster I forget what, informative language, it just would really touch on all of them.
I think small group work, if you're conferencing with students individually, does that help with some of those essential conditions too? Yeah.
Dawn, we talked about Centerfund, the imaginative language, and how that's fostered with literacy from that.
I love that. And how many of us want to protect that time in our day where students get to play, they get to think, and sometimes there's some pushback from the business world, or they have to be productive. We want to see what they're thinking, and can we provide evidence for thought and growth in an imaginative play center? Yeah, but does that research in Camborne support play and that gradual development of literacy skills?
And I liked how he said, unless it is fostered, it will disappear.
Well, we see that as early educators when they come to us, not having a language-rich environment at home, and how delayed they are. Just not in I always take the academics out of it. Just in life skills, that they don't know how to do anything. They don't know how to express. They don't have receptive or expressive language, and so it's important to have that time with them, more so than other kids.
I want to hug you for saying that, because he said every kid deserves those conditions for learning, but sometimes our students who come in with less academic language, they come in with lots of wonderful things. They just may not be valued in a traditional school setting, but when they come in with those things, sometimes instead of giving them those 7 conditions, what we give them is skill and drill and worksheets. We've got to catch you up. We've got to test you, skill and drill, and none of those things are on the conditions of learning. It's immersion, it's talk, it's all of those things that we know foster a love of reading, and if they need those more, why would we give them less of that? Good thinking. And so we're going to transition from the discussion into some application of a theory of inquiry-based learning. And Nicole's going to tell you a little bit more about that.
Yes, so as you know, with our college and career ready standards, one of the additions to our standards is the inquiry standards. So I've given you a copy in your packet after the QR station pages. You'll see the K through 2 inquiry standards, and then after that you'll see the 3 through 5. I thought it was important that you be able to see what inquiry standards build upon your grade level. So I want you to take about 5 minutes to read the inquiry standards and discuss them in your group or your table. What learning theories do you think these inquiry standards support? So discuss what you see, what's new, what's something you're already doing, and then do you see any theories that we've just talked about that are supported in these standards?